This is Huck Jr., the host of In the Hut, and you're listening to the Barbecue Central Radio Network. All barbecue and grilling, all the time.
So to get that perfect barbecue, you use wood. Are you sure it's safe? Whatever. We put the lighter fluid on, strike the match, and... Oh, should we call the fire department? That might be a good idea.
Welcome to the Barbecue Central Show, the show where we talk about all things that are important in the world of barbecue. From big-name interviews with competitors on the barbecue circuit, grill manufacturers and pit makers, to advice on cooking brisket and ribs. You'll find it all right here on the Barbecue Central Show. Your host, Greg Rempe, is a backyard barbecue and grilling fanatic and loves to talk about his passion, which many of us share together. You can learn more about barbecue and grilling by visiting the website, thebbqcentral.com. Now, let's get in the smoke. Here's your program host, Greg Rempe.
Hey, everybody. Welcome to the Barbecue Central Show. Yeah, it's Tuesday, 9 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. I am your program host, Greg Rempe. Happy to have you aboard here this evening for another edition of the show. By the way, this is the show that talks about all things important to the world of barbecue and grilling. How's your life, Centralites? How's your life? How was your Memorial Day? Did you give thanks to those that have fallen, given their life for this great country of ours in the armed services? Remember, folks, they're doing the job voluntarily, by the way, that pretty much none of us want to do. So if you didn't really get into the spirit, remember what it's all about. Make sure you take some time to give thanks for those that have fallen, service members, even veterans that are obviously currently living. Anybody that has gone ahead and made that decision to consciously volunteer to put themselves in harm's way for whatever their tour is above and beyond the call of duty as far as I'm concerned. So special shout out. Oh, wait. Get
that big stuff out of here.
Special recognition on Memorial Day from the Barbecue Central Show. Okay, before I tell you what's happening here on the show tonight, let me give you some contact information in case you want to get in touch with the show. You can do so a couple of different ways. You can call in on the phone, toll-free, 877-448-0433. You can also email the show if you want to. bbqcentralradio@gmail.com is the way to get in touch with the show, 877-448-0433, bbqcentralradio@gmail.com. All right, here's what's happening on the show tonight. About 14 past the hour, we're going to have an interview with a guy that makes a very unique product. Being a barbecue and griller fanatic that you all are, the Centralites are, always love the cool new stuff that's out there to help make your life easier and perhaps more efficient and effective. And my guest second segment, Ed Hamlin from Grill Innovations, they make the grill plate. Have you seen the grill plate? Well, we ran a contest on my personal Facebook page for the last couple weeks. Ed donated 3 free grill plates to the recipes that were the most unique and hard for him to pull off, and he's actually in the process of doing all 3, or perhaps he's actually completed all 3, all taken photos of, was doing videos of those as well. So the website, grillinnovations.com, is a place to go to find out all about that, and we'll be talking to him about his product here about 14 past the hour. Coming up 34 past, third segment interview with regular contributor of the show, John Dawson of Patio Daddy-O Barbecue, and his blog, patiodaddyObbq.com. John, always good for a couple of great recipes. He has been reviewing some cookbooks of late and a number of other things that we could touch on, including a new barbecue association that he is intimately involved with putting together out there in the mountainous area. He's out there in Boise, Idaho. There's mountains out there, not just potatoes. So we'll talk to John Dawson coming up about 34 past the hour. And then, of course, everybody's favorite, the fourth segment, Free for All. And really, this is stepping it up when we talk about prizes. Not only do we have the regular allotment of gifts from, who are they? The Frog Mats, the Wood Smoke products from Greenleaf Barbecue, Cosmos Q injection packs, also the Pete's Firehouse barbecue rub, which I used just this past weekend. It was phenomenal. Used the barbecue rub on ribs, which were very good. Also used the Santa Maria style stuff on some beef, and it was a hit. So highly suggest the Pete's Firehouse BBQ.com is his website. So you'll get a sample pack of Pete's rubs, both the barbecue and the Santa Maria style. So look forward to that. Also, John Dawson is going to be donating 2 copies of the new Adam Perry Lane cookbook, Barbecue 25. Maybe it's called BBQ 25. Working on a interview with Adam Perry Lang, by the way. Not to be denied. 2 copies of Adam Perry Lang's BBQ 25 donated by John Dawson for 4-segment free-for-all. And we're restarting up the Easy Hook giveaway for the next 3 weeks. We're going to be giving away 2 Easy Hooks. I believe they're the long handles. It's like 18 or 19 inches or whatever it is. I have the Easy Hook. I use the Easy Hook on chicken, especially for the thighs and dunking, also to flip steaks. And it's really, you don't get under the skin. You don't really whack it down. You're going to be, piercing it and losing all these juices. Just flip that tip right up there on the skin of the meat. Getting into that weird subject again. And you're not piercing anything. It's very nice. It's very nice. Easy Hook, 2 of those as well to give away. So a veritable cornucopia of prizes for the 4-segment free-for-all, hosted by your favorite of mine, Harry Carey, where he'll ask you 3 questions. Whether it be barbecue or not barbecue is your choice. And you have 5 seconds to answer each question that he asks you. And that'll be coming up in the 4th segment. After dark, the last leg of the Thoroughbred Racing Triple Crown is coming up this Saturday. We'll be joined by horse racing expert and friend of the show, Harry DeHorse. We'll be breaking down the Belmont Stakes. So stay tuned for that if you want to get down this weekend. Win a little K-Sheesh. That will be the segment to tune in on. Also, I missed because Tuffy Stone ran long last segment, but it was all good. Last week during the After Dark segment. Kelly Dodd's Middletown barbecue event audio that she did for me will be airing tonight as well. I know a lot of you were looking forward to that. So that's what's happening. Jam-packed show, as always. The T-shirt that I'm wearing tonight, graciously donated by Unknown Barbecue. I am now a member of a militia. I've been wondering, when I was like, Rampy, when are you going to be joining a militia? Finally, I am down with the Team Unknown Barbecue Militia, and you can check them out at unknownbbq.com. Very great website, very interactive, lots of info on the team and what they're doing out there in the Florida Barbecue Association. So check that out. Thanks for the shirt, guys. It looks great. We're going to get some pictures as I'm broadcasting tonight. We'll get them up on Facebook and Twitter, too. So that's what we have going on for the T-shirt as well. And I'm outfitted for at least for the next 2 or 3 weeks. So, again, if you want your T-shirt worn during a broadcast, just go ahead and email me, and I'll give you the particulars on how you get me your free stuff for me to wear for free. Love it. It's a win-win for everybody. Quickly recapping the Kansas City Barbecue Society Team of the Year points race. John Nilgis from Parrot Head Smokers riding atop right now. The KCBS Team of the Year standings. QAO is, I guess they're tied. So he's riding atop QAO. They're both kind of flip-flopping. They're both 1 and 1, 1A and 1B. If you bet 1A, if you bet 1 and there's a 1A in a horse race, you can bet both 1 and 1A for the same, but never mind. Number 3 is Pellet Envy. Number 4, KC Ken Crew. 4 Legs Up Barbecue is in the 5-hole. Munchin' Hogs at the Hilton is at 6th. 7th place, Buffalo's Barbecue. 8th is the Slabs.com. 9th, Team Top Chick. And rounding out the top 10, Dave Bosca of Butcher Barbecue. FBA standings very quickly. Big Papa's Country Kitchen has overtaken Bubba-Q. Forrest Fine Food is still in 2nd place. Bubba-Q has fallen now to 3rd. Gitter Smoked is 4th. Swamp Boys, Rob Bagby, is in the 5th hole. Team Unknown Barbecue is number 6. Whiskey Bend Barbecue, number 7th. They had a great showing this past weekend in Rock City up there in Crapchester. Jack's Old South is in number 8. Cook's Portable Smokehouse, number 9. And Rescue Smokers rounding out the top 10 in the Florida Barbecue Association. So there you go. Just to get you updated a little bit there on some of the sanctioning bodies. Looked for some other ones, but not really updated too much. So as they get passed along, I will be more than happy to pass those results to you next week. But there you have it. Hey, I need to make a correction. I've been telling you that you can get the Ribbulator, the full boat, the spit rod, the motor, the Ribbulator itself, the whole thing, the extender ring for $150. Hey, guess what? Yeah, that was my mistake.
Get that big stuff out of here.
No. What you can get for $150, though, is the ring, the motor, and the spit rod. You want to add the Ribbulator. Now the total price, a little steeper, but still well worth the cash sheets, $240. Otherwise, you're saving a lot of money. Otherwise, it's $120 for the ring only, and then another $30 for the motor, another $15 for the rod. Forget about it. By the way, Bob competed in the Bellevue, Washington competition, KCBS sanctioned, took 3rd place in ribs overall out of the 33 teams that were there. Unbelievable. Other teams are using them. Dave Bosca from Butcher Barbecue uses them. Todd Johns from Plowboy using them as well. The team that's taken that grand championship in Bellevue the last 3 years, Left Hand Smoke, uses it for their chicken. Forget about it. Ribolator.com is the place to go. You have to check it out. Ribolator.com will be back with the grill plate next. Stand by. We'll be right back.
Introducing Cosmos Q. Cosmos injections and marinades use only the finest ingredients, and they mix easily, never clotting or caking. From our beef injection to our pork injection, you're guaranteed to wow your friends, family, and judges. And don't forget to check out our newest marinade, Cosmos Chicken Soak, for that moist and tender chicken you're gonna love. You can find all of Cosmos award-winning products at CosmosQ.com. Cosmos Q, the new generation. Taste the difference.
Centralites, you having marriage troubles? Your kid's unruly and don't listen? Then you need the Ribolator, because great barbecue will always bring the family together, and the Ribolator always cooks great award-winning barbecue. You can try it free for 30 days, and if your family life doesn't improve, just send it back. Ribolator even pays return shipping. But you need to take that first step. Visit Ribolator.com to get started or call 206-999-0962. Don't you deserve a happy barbecue family?
Broadcasting live from the Barbecue Central Radio Network studios in Cleveland, Ohio. You're listening to the Barbecue Central Radio Show. Once again, here's your host, Greg Rempe.
All right, we are back. This portion of the show brought to you by the good folks over at the Barbecue Guru, makers of automatic pit temperature control devices, not to mention a host of other products that make your barbecue and grilling life easier. 2 ways to find them. You can look them up on the interwebs, thebbqguru.com, or you can call them up toll-free, 800-288-GURU. It's the good folks over at the Barbecue Guru. All right, Centralites, as we know, as I said in the open, we love the cool stuff. We want our grills and smokers and cookers to be as effective and efficient as possible. My next guest certainly going to be adding to the pile of stuff you might be looking. I think this might make a great Father's Day gift now that I'm thinking about it. This is very weird because I can see Ed right here on the Skype picture here, but let's go ahead and race to the hotline. Joining me now is the creator of a product that is called the I don't have where did it go? I got no Ed, you're going to have to call me back because I got no volume on you all of a sudden. Oh, wait a second. There it is. Let me redo this. Joining me now, the creator of a great product called the Grill Plate, none other than Ed Hamlin, joining us here on the show. Ed, how are you tonight?
Good, Rick. How you doing?
I'm doing outstanding. It's very weird, as I was just saying, because I can see you on the video, but I can't I can't reciprocate that video because my processor will probably explode. So I apologize that you won't be able to see me, but you'll probably be able to not throw up at the same time. So it's good all the way around. So Ed, wanted to have you on tonight. We were doing a competition here over the last couple of weeks where you have this very unique piece of equipment for the gas grill, and let's go ahead and kind of start talking about that now, which is called the Grill Plate. And then when we're talking about these kind of products, there's like a precipitating event. How does it come about? Where do you think about it? So why don't we start there and we'll build on.
Okay. Well, I do a lot of other things, and I do a lot of cooking on Fridays for my guys at my shop. And one Friday was rolling around, and the week before we had done a grilled pork tenderloin with a Key West lime hollandaise. And the guys know basically I'll get up there and I'll do all kinds of crazy things. Love to cook, love barbecuing, love making my own sauce. And one day I was running behind. It was a tough Friday at the end of the month. And I said, man, I got to make some burgers and stuff, and I just don't have time to do it. Don't have time to sit out there and flip the burgers. Too many things I got to get out. So I started thinking, I said, okay, what do I have here? I've got my hamburger. I've got my onions. I've got breadcrumbs. I've got eggs. I've got Worcestershire. Hey, I'll make a meatloaf. No problem.
That's right.
Yeah. I put it on the grill, put it on low, be done. And it turned into a big piece of charcoal. And the guys are just tearing me up. I mean, they're just brutal. You going to burn something again next Friday? We getting pizza? What else are you going to do?
That's right.
And I started thinking about it. And I said, what are you thinking, Ed? That's nice. Let's see. Meatloaf on the grill. That's a giant hamburger you can't flip. So then I said, well, how do I get around it? And I said, well, the only way to get around it would be to actually be able to bake it. So I wanted to get back and basically shove something down the throats of my guys for abusing me so bad. So I designed the Grill Plate. And what it does is it's got a V on the bottom and a flat top And what it does is the heat rises. It doesn't allow it to come up. It forces it sideways. Now, every grill that you go to, you know that you've got hot and cold spots by the way the propane comes out. So on the far right, you might burn something. On the far left, you're not going to cook it. And it's just the way the propane comes into the burner. It goes to the end, and that's where it comes out, and it has to backfeed itself all the way back through the tubes. Mm-hmm. So that's why I always have hot and cold spots. Well, what happens is I kill a couple birds with one stone with this. When you set the grill plate down, not only does it blend the hot and cold spots, but it forces it sideways. So you get a nice even round heat that comes up over the top. But with having the grill plate with a flat top on it, what it does is it gives you an air gap. So the first thing I was able to do was to do a key lime pie. And I was talking to some friends of mine, my girlfriend Debbie, and she's going to be screaming at me here in a second. But she told me, she says, well, you know, you might be able to do this or that, but if you do a key lime pie, you do pastries or something, it's going to taste like a grill.
Yeah.
I said, well, if you do, you know, a turkey in the oven, it doesn't taste like, you know, a turkey if you put a pie in afterwards. And basically every time I say that to somebody, they go, nah, you're just crazy. You know, why would you think that?
Well, I think because, you know, people are inherently poor with their grill maintenance. And if you're not out there cleaning it in between, then obviously there could potentially be an issue on that. Ed. Oh.
Get that big stuff out of here.
There we go. Yeah, that was the first. That was like my first deal was, man, everything's going to taste like you know what the grill tastes like. And unfortunately, you don't want that to happen. We've lost Ed from the grill.
The person whom you're trying to reach.
Oh, lady, give me a break. Jeez Louise. Let's do this. Go ahead and give Ed the double secret call-in line. We'll see if we can't rectify the situation ASAP. So here's the deal, right? So I actually have one of these grill plates. And inherently, I'm probably the most skeptical person there is out there when you see items like this. Turn your gas grill into an oven, or do this because it can do that. And a lot of the times, who knows what's a gimmick stuff out there and what isn't, unfortunately. And what I found was, I followed the instructions. So you go ahead, you fire this bad boy up. You fire your grill up, and you don't put the grill plate in. You don't need to preheat this grill plate. And I believe it's like stainless steel, welded together. I mean, it's a chunk, it's a sturdy piece of equipment, to say the least. And believe me, like I talk about with the Flavor Dome from the folks who make the Ribbulator, you can fight off creeping marauders with this piece as well. So it is unbelievable in its construction. I think I just lost Ed altogether on the. So let's go ahead and do this. I'm gonna shut my Skype window down. Now I will go to my hotline and punch in his numbers real quick. But yeah, I mean, this thing is serious as far as the weight is concerned. Let's see if this works. I probably dialed the wrong number. Oh.
Hey, Greg.
Hey. We back?
Hey, I don't know what happened.
Lost our internet connection there, I believe.
Yeah, I'm looking at you. It says I've got one.
Huh. Well, that's all right.
I don't know what's the...
No worries. So, all right. So we have you were able to come up and you were talking about how everybody's afraid that there's going to collect the taste of the grill. You know, my first thought was if you're practicing good grill hygiene, you're probably not going to encounter that. Of course, if you're lazy, you could potentially pick up some stuff. But what was your first?
Exactly. Well, the thing is if you bring it up to the temperature, most of the time if you're doing gas, and you can actually use this on charcoal if you can maintain your heat level, but that's a different thing. But with the smoke that comes up, if you set it at 350 degrees and your gauge is accurate and there's no smoke coming off of it, it's not going to have any smoke flavor at all. So it'll just taste like it came out of the oven.
And then, so how many revisions did you go through from your first prototype to what you're selling now?
Basically one, and the reason we did one is we'd actually come out, and the price was $89.95, and I build everything so, trucks can run over it kind of deal. And I decided to come up with a different plate, try to bring the cost down to $69.95, try to make it a little bit more affordable, and give somebody options. I tell a lot of people, I said, the difference between a $200 grill and a $25,000 kitchen is basically nothing. But, a grill plate, then now all of a sudden you can compete with the indoor kitchens. And I think that's what I like to do. You get out there and you toss out something and say, I don't have to do, that prime rib, out there. I don't have to do the turkey inside. I can do it right out here on my grill. And then it gets to the point, most of us guys that are doing barbecue, we're all competitive.
Right.
And, you look at some of the stuff with barbecue challenges and this and that, say, well, I can do, these pastries on the grill. I can do this. It keeps the heat out of the house. It allows you to spend more time with your friends and your family. I think that, just being able to not have to stand over that grill all day long. Like when we do a turkey, we do a 16-pound stuffed turkey. That's 5 hours and 15, 20 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
I basically go out there, set the bird down, set up the temperature, walk away. And it's just like your oven. When you put something in your oven, you never look at it. But it just gives you so many more advantages. And I was really happy with the response we got from your guys coming up with stuff. And I do have to say that the most prep time was the Boston cream pie. It wasn't hard to cook, but it was hard to make, if that makes sense to you.
Yeah, and I guess for the people that don't understand, or that probably weren't following this, we had a competition. Ed was giving away 3 grill plates for free to the top 3 recipes that people come up with, and it wasn't just like, what do you usually cook in the oven? Ed was really trying to challenge people with the most exotic and most crazy recipes possible, because you have to understand, from the guy that has developed this, which is, by the way, the guy we're talking with, Ed Hamlin from Grill Innovations. He's probably cooked everything under the sun. So, you wanted something, Ed, that was going to be challenging and something that was really going to push you to the limit. And, hopefully some of the recipes were at least a little bit out of the ordinary.
They were. And the first one we did was the barbecue party platter and the pizza bowl. And that was excellent. That went over. I brought that off the grill on Friday, and the guys at the shop, they looked like, ravenous werewolves going after it. And one of the guys was my buddy Jay, and he always has something to say. And we'll just say his name is Jay Morales. So if Jay, you're listening, I'm tossing you under the bus here, buddy. But Jay always does something. And one of the things we did was a Cuban pork. And I love his Cuban pork, but he never gives me the recipe, never tells me anything. So he does this pork shoulder, and he puts the garlic in it and the seasoning in it and marinades it and does all this. And he brings it over and says, okay, it's got to cook on the grill at 350 for about 4 hours. And I said, okay, no problem. We put it on the grill. We sit back. We have a couple margaritas sitting out back and just relaxing. And a 4-hour period comes along, and he says, okay, now flip it upside down so the fat side's up. Now broil it. I said, what?
Broil it?
He says, yeah, broil it. Flip it upside down and broil the bottom of it. Okay. Let me think about this for a second. So what I basically did is I knew how the grill plate was going to respond, so I just cranked the heat up, closed the lid, brought it up to about 525 degrees, and just kept checking it like a broiler, and it broiled it off perfect. In fact, we're going to have those pictures up on the website here shortly. And then the last 2 that we did, the empanadas, we did the pulled pork empanadas, and we did the Boston cream pie. And he says, oh, Ed, your grill, you use that too much. Why don't you do it on your Magma grill for your boat? Okay. So he's doing everything he can to try to make my life miserable. And every time that we get something taken care of, I just look at him and smile and go, got anything else?
Yeah, I mean, at some point, he's got to realize that you're king of the beast here, and this tool is actually helping you be more effective, more efficient, whether it be on a high-end grill like you probably have in your kitchen setup outside, or whether it be the little Magma grill that's running off a 1-pounder propane.
Exactly. And, I want to tell, your audience, that if anybody in the audience out there wants one, instead of the $69.95, we will, if you mention that you heard it on the show, and you go on the website and it comes up, we take PayPal on the website. If you want to do, it's $69.95 there, but when we get the information from PayPal, what we'll do is we'll put a $10 refund check in there. And shipping's free. We've got a video on the website to help you get used to setting your grill up to the temperature. It kind of takes you through everything. It makes it real easy. And we've got one guy that he loves to bake his ribs on the grill. So he uses his rack and old pan, and he says he doesn't have to worry about heat, hitting up and flaming, and you do all kinds of stuff.
Well, we'll let that guy slide because otherwise, that's murder in some areas for baking ribs. But we'll let him slide because he's using the grill plate.
Yeah, I agree. But we got to toss him under the bus too.
That's right. So, you're off. It's going to be $59.95 total with that $10 refund check going back to you. And again, the website is Grill Innovations, INNOVATIONS. Grill Innovations. This is Ed Hamlin. He is the creator, inventor of the grill plate. And so look for that. And as Ed had mentioned, lots of video on there to show you how to do it. And then, of course, even better than that, food porn aplenty with videos and pictures of everything that they're done. Right, Ed?
Yes, sir.
All right.
Yes, sir. And we've actually done au gratin potatoes, and we've had a couple of people go, well, it's au gratin. It's no big deal, when you're doing that. And why can't we do some of this stuff, indirect? And again, the indirect goes the same way as the grill. When you come up and you have hot and cold spots, if you put a hot spot on the back right side of your grill and you put whatever you're cooking to the far left, it still isn't very efficient. But using a grill plate, it's the exact time and temperature as your oven. So there's no wasted energy. You're not out there flipping it, turning it, and it just makes it easier.
That's right. So, and I think, ultimately, and are people going to have some type of natural adhesion to $59.95? Well, probably if there was shipping involved. But again, Ed said it's free shipping. So I think it's definitely worth a try. And again, it's not just the regular stuff that you want to do, but anything that's eclectic or exotic or hell. I mean, it's going to be summertime out here, especially in areas that experience thermal changes throughout the year. So it's going to be hot when you fire up that oven. There is an exceptional amount of heat in the house. So why not take it out if you're going to be grilling anyway? If you have multiple cookers, that gas grill can be an oven as well. And certainly I was very skeptical of this product, Ed, and it's really made me a believer. I've used it 15 or 20 times now, even ventured into the lasagna portion of it, and it came out very well, just as good as you said it would be. So it is definitely right on the money. And again, grillinnovations.com is the website. It's $69.95 retail. You get a $10 refund check, so it'll be $59.95 in total. You definitely want to give it a try. Again, this is Ed Hamlin, creator of the grill plate. Grillinnovations.com. Ed, appreciate the background on the product. Sorry about the technical difficulties, but let's do it again soon.
No problem. Thank you so much, Greg. I appreciate the time, and thank you to all your listeners that came up with their suggestions.
Not a problem. Appreciate it, Ed.
Thanks, Greg.
Take care. Ed Hamlin, Grill Innovations. How was my call quality? It sucked. All right, again, Grill Innovations is the website if you want to hook up. I mean, Central Lights love a $10 discount. $59 isn't bad. Again, great Father's Day gift. I think you might be pleasantly surprised with how well this thing actually operates. Skeptical? Yes. Anybody more skeptical than me on stuff like this when it comes to spending your hard-earned money? No, nobody's more skeptical than me on anything. I can't even say skeptical. I just did it. So, check it out if you want. $10 refund. Mention the show in the checkout notes there. Mention the show, BBQ Central Radio. We're going to raise up John Dawson from PatioDaddyOBBQ.com next. You're listening to the Barbecue Central Show right here on the Barbecue Central Radio Networks.
Forget going from site to site to get all your barbecue. Forget going from site to site to get all your barbecue and grilling supplies and make your first and final stop at fredsmusicandbarbecue.com. In the market for a new barbecue pit, we have all the big name brands like Big Green Egg and more. As a matter of fact, Fred's is staffed by eggheads and carries all the parts and accessories for the Big Green Egg. More of a pellet head, you say? Fred's is the pellet grill superstore with grills in stock from Traeger, Green Mountain, and Country Smokers from Louisiana Grills. Fred also carries smokers from Cook Shack, Bradley, and Weber as well as a full lineup of charcoal grills. And once you're outfitted with your new smoker or grill, you'll find absolutely everything you need to make your barbecue or grilling experience a success. Fred is also the creator and distributor of Tasty Licks barbecue products, including their great line of rubs, spices, and sauces. You gotta try them. You can also get your hands on a full lineup of marinades, accessories, lump charcoal, wood chips, pellets, chunks, and even the great grilling tools from Stephen Reichland of Barbecue U fame. Check Fred out on the web at fredsmusicandbbq.com or check out their fully stocked showroom in beautiful Shillington, PA.
Get in the smoke. Call 877-448-0433 to get on the air. Now, here's your host, Greg Rempe.
35 past the hour. This portion of the show brought to you by D-Dog's Barbecue Rub. You know you love the rubs and sauces, but you want to buy them locally. So help Darren out. Send him the name, address, and phone number of your local barbecue store, farmer's market, or grocery store, and he will take care of the rest. Email that info to Darren, D-A-R-I-N, Darren at ddogsbbq.com. Or, if you're not afraid of shipping charges, just visit the website, ddogsbbq.com. All right, Memorial Day is past, but not forgotten. And lots of great holidays coming up here that are going to be taking place in front of a barbecue grill or smoker. Nobody better to talk about some great recipes as well as other barbecue-related stuff than my next guest, so let's race to the hotline. It's John Dawson of Patio Daddio BBQ. John, what's up tonight? How are you, buddy?
I'm great, Greg. Thanks for having me back. I appreciate it.
Well, you're certainly more than welcome, John. Always appreciate you making time for the show. Lots of stuff to cram in here through the segment, and I'm kind of floundering whether I want to do some recipes first or I want to end with those. So I think maybe that's what I'll stick with tonight. So why don't we touch on some regular or some out there barbecue topics right now. One of those is the fact that you are a founding member of the Intermountain Barbecue Association, not the Brokeback Mountain Barbecue Association, but the Intermountain Barbecue Association. How does it all come about, and what kind of a synergy and a genesis has this taken place?
Well, myself and 4 other fellow barbecue buddies were members of the Utah Barbecue Association, which was kind of an odd thing. I mean, obviously based on the name, it's a very localized organization, although I will give them credit and say they did reach out to us cooks up here in Idaho where I live and did make us feel welcome, but it was kind of like a redheaded stepchild kind of welcome, where it was like we were kind of like the third wheel.
Right.
And so some other things went down, and they wanted to go in a different direction, and we felt it was time to kind of branch out and create yet another regional barbecue association. And so those are myself and the other 4 guys are the founding board members. We are a 501c7 nonprofit organization, and we're going to cover, our focus is going to be, we're based out of Park City, Utah, and that's going to be all of Utah, all of Nevada, southern Idaho, and western Wyoming. So basically kind of a 3.5, almost 4-state region. And it's kind of interesting because I was looking at my blog stats and seeing if they really needed an organization there, and ironically, there's just a hole of non-representation in the area that we're kind of catering to. So wasn't so much a hard feeling type of thing. It was just time for things to grow, and so we launched on May 3rd, and we've had just a tremendous response. So we've got 71 members so far. And in just a little over, or not even quite a month yet. So it's pretty exciting. A lot of work, but pretty exciting.
John Dawson from Patio Daddio Barbecue joining us here on the Barbecue Central Show. John, for the people that don't understand it, I mean, obviously I've talked to a number of people from various sanctioning bodies, but your association versus a sanctioning body such as Florida Barbecue Association or a Memphis Barbecue Network or a KCBS, you guys aren't starting your own thing where you're going to have your very own scoring system and stuff like that. You're going to be adopting somebody else's or getting sanctioning from one of those bodies?
No, we at this point don't have any ambition whatsoever to be a full-blown sanctioning body.
Oh.
Our mission is kind of boiled down to an acronym of PEA. We're going to promote, educate, and assist. We're going to promote barbecue, obviously, in the region. We're going to educate people. We're going to do a lot of meet and greets, a lot of workshops, little no-cost classes, that type of thing, even some no-cost or very low-cost competitions. And then we're going to assist, and the assist kind of gets into what you were talking about, which is we're going to tap into established organizers. People like the guys that are out there promoting contests already. We're going to help them be good at what they do, and we're not going to try to be good at something that we don't know what we're doing. So more of a traditional association as opposed to a sanctioning body.
Well, sounds good.
The name I was reaching for was Artie Davis. I'm sorry.
There you go. No problem.
Not Artie Davis, but
Arlie
Davis.
There we go. All right, so that's the Intermountain Barbecue Association. Is there a website for that, John?
Yes, there is. IMBBQA.com. Right now, because we are so new and we're kind of getting all our contracts lined up and our advertisers and all that stuff, we are not ready to accept paying memberships. So basically, everybody gets in on the forum for nothing right now. So come out and join us and tell us how we can grow this thing if you're out in our region and are interested.
John Dawson joining us here. PatioDaddyOBBQ.com is his website, by the way. Intermountain Barbecue Association, what we were just talking about. So let's go ahead and transition over to maybe to some of these recipes, these succulent recipes that you're always up to, John. One of them that I found particularly interesting, and it's not the fish because I'm not a fish fan, so I'm not going to feature it on my show, is the Western Barbecue Burger. Tell us about that.
This burger is actually, I mean, obviously on a barbecue show, people hear burger. Oh yeah, big deal. What's a burger? Well, I learned something through Adam Perry Lang's book, Barbecue 25, that really kind of takes things to a whole new level, and it's something so mundane that you'd never think of. Most people have a problem when they're cooking burgers that they overcook them. Mm-hmm. Either because they're trying to be overly cautious about food safety or because they just don't keep their eye on the ball, so to speak. So what Adam does is he actually adds water to the meat. And a lot of people also mix their seasonings in with the meat, whereas Adam tends to want to put it on the outside. So what I did was I took his idea of the water and then added soy sauce, of all things, which is kind of just like basically it's Asian Worcestershire sauce. It just amps up the beef, natural beefy flavor, and there's no real Asian flavor left. And then to kind of ratchet things up yet even more, I actually grilled the onions on the grill. So they're not grilled onions in the sense of on a flat top or on a griddle. They're actually sliced onions that are seasoned with a little bit of oil on them. And I actually grill them right alongside the burgers, and then top them with cheddar cheese or Monterey Jack, pepper jack, whatever you want. Then you just lay the slab of real grilled onions on top of there. And they have just gone, that recipe on my blog has just gone bananas. It's been pretty crazy for just a normal, what would otherwise look like just a normal barbecue or normal burger recipe. People are really, I've gotten some great comments about it. So check it out.
And I'm certainly
works wonders.
Yeah, I'm certainly no chef and cook on at all. But the one thing that I found that I can do very well and that really adds a certain flair to a lot of dishes, one of which is just like a regular side salad, is I take a couple, like a big Vidalia onion, and I'll maybe make 3 kind of thick slices, and I'll grill it off with a little Morton's Nature seasoning and some olive oil, and then I just go ahead and do kind of a fine chop on those grilled onions and put it in on the salad, and it really kind of takes it to a whole different level, which, by the way, John Dawson from Patio Daddy Barbecue transitions me nicely to the next recipe that I wanted to ask you about. And this one really seems to have been gaining momentum as we've been talking back and forth here over the last week trying to get this segment settled up, is this grilled salad that you had put on, well, it must have been a month, maybe 5-6 weeks ago, actually, on your blog, with those romaine lettuce hearts or the whole hearts or half hearts or whatever. Tell us about the grilled salad. I need to know.
The grilled salad, it's one of those things that it really couldn't be any easier or any faster, but yet the wow factor is just over the top. I mean, people, I think it's primarily because they don't expect, the word grilled and salad really don't belong next to each other in a sense. And so when you say grilled salad, immediately their head cocks to one side like a dog that just heard a strange noise. They're like, what? Grilled salad? Well, it's not so much a grilled salad, so to speak. It's just one grilled ingredient. But, lettuce is obviously primarily the number one ingredient in salad. So all you do is you just take romaine lettuce hearts that you find in the store, wash them off. You should always wash lettuce. And then shake them off really good, run them through your salad spinner, whatever you need to do. And then literally just split them down the center. Leave the cores in. What I do is usually there's some brown stuff on the end of the core, and I kind of make it look pretty, just make it nice, clean cut. And then if you have some ratty stuff toward the top of the heart, like there's usually some brown kind of crusty ends of the leaves, just square that off with a knife. So literally like 2 cuts, split it down the center long ways, lay it open, and on the inside, this part you just cut, just literally sprinkle it with some salt and pepper, drizzle a little canola oil on it, slap them on the grill for literally like 90 seconds. just enough to put some color on them, and you would not believe the amount of flavor that 90 seconds puts on that lettuce. And then what I do, certainly this recipe is not what you call unique, and there's lots of restaurants that are doing grilled romaine salads, but I kind of took it to kind of a Mediterranean level by adding some honey balsamic vinegar and then sprinkling some feta cheese crumbles on top of it. And people just go ape. I mean, my family's addicted to it. So it's quick, it's easy. You've already got a hot grill. You've maybe taken your Western barbecue burgers off. The grill's hot. It's sitting there. You need a side dish anyway. This is quick and easy and cheap, and people will just, they'll almost bow at your feet.
Yeah, like you said, the wow factor, really, when it's simple and you can get the wow factor like that, it's almost too good to be true. So why not perfect it and add it to the arsenal? Again, this is John Dawson. He's a premier food blogger. You can find him at PatioDaddyOBBQ.com. We were talking about the Intermountain Barbecue Association here a little bit earlier as well. That website is IMBBQA.com, and John has graciously donated for next segment 2 copies of Adam Perry Lang's new cookbook, BBQ 25. And just a real quick summation of that book, John, you're a pretty big fan.
I'm a huge fan of Adam Perry Lang's. Last year he came out with Serious Barbecue, and that is like the tome. If you really want to get inside the mind of a guy who's a CIA-trained chef who's crossed over into quite an ironic crossover from a French trained chef to barbecue, which means you go from top shelf, and then people would think, well, that's pretty pedestrian food, but he brings all of his knowledge, but none of the pretentiousness to his barbecue. So when this new Barbecue 25 came out, they sent me a copy with a press release in it, and I didn't even know it was coming out. And what he basically did is he took the top 25 hardcore barbecue recipes out of his big book, boiled them down, simplified them with great how-to information, need-to-know kind of stuff, and the graphical layout of this book, I really can't say enough about it. I mean, it's truly revolutionary in cookbooks, and anybody who's been on my blog, there's a picture I left, or a picture of it open to the brisket section, and you can see, he shows you graphically what tools you need, what the quick steps are, and literally every recipe is 10 steps or less, and they're the top 25 go-to recipes that you're going to need. And it covers everything from burgers to hot dogs to brisket to pulled pork to chicken, all the standard staples that we barbecue guys do. And what's really cool is the form factor of the book is it's called a board book, which means every page is literally like cardboard and it's plastic coated, so you can even take it out to your cooker. If you spill a beer on it or some barbecue sauce or whatever, you just wipe it off and go. And the thing is only like, 63, 64 pages long, but there's more information packed in those few pages than a lot of barbecue books, one of which will go nameless because you talked to Dr. Barbecue about that. But there's more information packed in this little tiny book. And for less than $14 on Amazon, you really can't go wrong. So I wholeheartedly recommend it, and to kind of grease the wheels, get it out there. I thought I'm so passionate about this book, I just want to give it out to a couple people. So
all right, well we'll look for that next segment. We're going to be Harry Carey's waiting in the green room right now, John, believe it or not. So I'll make sure you tell him you said hi. And again, we're talking John Dawson from PatioDaddyOBBQ.com joining us. John, appreciate the recipes and the insight, especially with the Intermountain Barbecue Association. Good luck with that, and we'll have you on again soon.
Hey, thanks a lot. I apologize for the craptastic cell phone connection. My lovely cable internet provider kind of crapped the bed on me tonight. So
that's all right.
Sorry about that.
Don't let it happen again, all right, buddy?
I won't.
All right, there he is, John Dawson. PatioDaddyOBBQ.com is his website. We are going to step away very briefly. Hey, it's time to win, folks. Time to win. The 4-segment free-for-all hosted by Harry Carey coming up next. 2 easy hooks to give away. 2 copies of Adam Perry Lang's BBQ 25 to give away. The wood smoke product from Greenleaf Barbecue, the Cosmos Q, the Frog Mats, Pete's Firehouse Rub, a veritable cornucopia of whatnot McGillicuddy to give away. And it's all coming up next right here on the Barbecue Central Show.
Barbecue fans travel from all over the country and the world to learn the secrets of real pit barbecue. from Grand Champion Pitmaster Conrad Haskins. Now take your skills to the next level with a Barbecue Institute Pitmaster class. You'll learn how to make sauces, rubs, and smoke mouth-watering barbecue every time you cook. Your new skills will impress friends and family. Internet forums, blogs, and Facebook are full of success stories from our graduates. Upcoming classes locations include Rock City Rib Fest, Rochester, New York, Lexington, Massachusetts, Lang Factory Test Kitchen in Georgia, Fort Worth, Texas, Fredericksburg, Texas, Houston, Texas, Monroe, Washington, and Kennewick, Washington. For more information, class dates, and contests we'll be competing in, visit www.bbqclass.com. That's bbqclass.com.
Sometimes it's all about the free stuff. Call now to win something succulent.
Big name interviews, advice on cooking brisket and ribs, and the only host willing to share his honest opinion on all things important in the world of barbecue. It's the Barbecue Central Show.
Almost 5 till. This portion of the show brought to you by Yoder Smoky Mountain Barbecue, the leading online distributor of Meadow Creek barbecue equipment. These barbecue smokers, pig roasters, chicken cookers, and grills are handcrafted in the Amish country of Lancaster, Pennsylvania. Goal is to give you outstanding value for the price and help you enjoy easy and profitable barbecues for years to come. They also carry a complete line of wonderful rubs and barbecue sauces. Check them out at Serious BBQs, BBQS, SeriousBBQs.com. All right, everybody, let's go play the fourth segment, Free For All. Hi, everybody. Harry Carey here. Oh, I'm so happy to be back. I can't believe it. We don't have a lot of time, though, so I got to race to the phones. Area code 703. This is the fourth segment, Free For All. Harry Carey, who's this?
Hey, this is Kit in Springfield, Virginia.
Did you say Ken?
Kit. K-I-T.
Hey, Kit, how are you? All right, Kit, you know how to play the game?
I do.
Okay, do you want barbecue questions or not barbecue questions?
I'll go with barbecue questions.
Okay, here we go. What is the true barbecue temperature range, Kit?
Well, low and slow, 220 to 250 Fahrenheit.
I'll take that one, okay. Question number 2, Kit. Name a kind of pork rib.
Spare rib.
That's right. Spare rib, I'll take it. Okay, third question for time to pick a prize. Kit, are you excited?
I'm very excited.
I know I am. Okay, here we go. Name the process done on the grill that is supposed to seal in the juices, but we all know it's a load of crap.
That's searing.
Hey, that's right, searing. Okay, Kit, we know that's a load of crap, right?
That's crap, dude.
I know that's right. Okay, Kit, what do you want? We got barbecue hooks. We got Adam Perry Lang cookbooks. We got frog mats and Cosmos cues and barbecue rubs. What'd you like?
Well, I'm a big fan of the Cosmos Q, but I've got some already. My buddy Cosmos hooked me up. So
Okay.
I'll go with the Adam Perry Lang cookbook.
Okay, email me your shipping info at bbqcentralradio@gmail.com, and I'll pass it on to Greg.
All right, thanks, man.
Thanks for calling in tonight, Kid.
Thanks, Harry.
Beat it. Fourth segment, Free For All. Who's this?
After the tone. When done, hang up.
What? Outrageous. Fourth segment, Free For All. Who's this?
How we doing?
Who?
Mark.
Hey, Mark, how are you?
I'm great.
Mark, do you want barbecue questions or not barbecue questions?
Barbecue questions, of course.
Okay, I'm sorry. I have to ask, Mark. Don't be cross with me. Okay, here we go. Product.
All right.
Name a product. I'm sorry. Hold on one second. Name the product or the name of my first guest tonight.
That was Ed Hamlin with the grill plate.
Hey, very good. You were paying attention, Mark. I like that. Okay. Second question. Name the author of the book Barbecue 25.
Wasn't that John Dawson?
No, that was the guy I was talking about. He wasn't the author. Who was the author?
Lang.
That's right, Adam Perry Lang. Okay. Third question for a prize. Are you excited, Mark?
I'm thrilled.
I know I am. Okay, here we go. Name a kind of smoking book.
Apple.
Hey, you win a prize, Mark. What would you like?
I'm going to say the Cosmos.
Cosmos Q. Email the show your shipping info. bbqcentralradio@gmail.com.
I will do that. Thanks, Harry.
Thanks, Mark. Comes with it. Oh, now I have a dilemma. I know I'm going to be late. Oh, hell with it. I'm running the show. We'll take another call. 4-segment free-for-all. Who's this?
Trent.
Hey, Trent. How are you?
Good.
Trent, do you know how to play the game?
I sure do.
Okay, do you want barbecue questions or not barbecue questions?
Oh, let's go with barbecue.
Okay, non-barbecue doesn't get it tonight. That's all right. Here we go, Kent. You ready?
Sure.
Name the part of the grill or smoker that you lay your meat on.
Great.
That's right. Great. Get it? It's redundant all at the same time. Question number 2. Name 2 fuels for grilling.
Wood pellets and charcoal.
Oh, I'm sorry. You're right. My bad. I'm sorry about that. Please forgive me about that, Trent. Okay, here we go.
That's all right, Harry.
Third question. You have to forgive me. I've been in it a little, if you know what I mean. Okay. Third question. For your chance to win a prize. Trent, are you excited?
I'm very excited.
I know I am. Okay, Trent, here we go. Name the metal cylinder used to aid in the lighting of charcoal.
Chimney.
That's right. Trent, you're a winner. You had me scared there for a second. You had me scared like a cat. Okay, Kent. Trent, what would you like to win? A lot of stuff to win. We have easy hooks. We have an Adam Perry Lane cookbook and all the other assorted stuff. What would you like?
I'll check out that cookbook.
Adam Perry Lane cookbook. It's called Barbecue 25, donated by John Dawson. So here's what you need to do. Send me your shipping info at bbqcentralradio@gmail.com.
Perfect.
All right, thanks for calling in tonight, Trent. I appreciate it.
Thank you, Harry.
All right, beat it. Thank you. I love it when they call me by my name. This isn't very professional of me, I know. Thanks for calling in tonight, guys. I appreciate it. I gotta go have a drink. All right, we are late, but that's all right. We're going to jump right into the After Dark segment here in just a minute. Want to thank my guests here for the first hour. Ed Hamlin from Grill Innovations, maker of the grill plate. Don't forget, go to grillinnovations.com to get $10 off the grill plate just for mentioning the Barbecue Central radio show. Also, John Dawson of PatioDaddyOBBQ.com, his blog out there sharing some recipes, the Intermountain Barbecue Association as well, and donating for those 2 APL BBQ 25 books. That was awesome. Both of those outskis. So thank you for that. We're going to step away real quickly, just for a minute or so I can regain my wits about me. And we'll come back with a little horse racing with Harry the Horse, thoroughbred racing expert for After Dark. Stand by. We'll be right back.
The future of barbecue is already here at thebarbecueguru.com. From the amazing guru that monitors and controls the temperatures of any charcoal, wood, or electric pit to the Caldera Tallboy knockdown smoker. Yes, it breaks down and stores flat, yet it's still a robust, sturdy, portable cooker and smokehouse. It also serves as an efficient temperature-controlled convection oven using wood or charcoal. The Tallboy is designed to fit all catering pans and can be used as a warming oven. You can cook in any style you choose. Make ribs, chicken, jerky, vegetables, smoked cheese, whatever you want. Take it to KCBS competitions and unload it from the trunk of your car. TheBarbecueGuru.com is where you'll find the Caldera 3-Bay Caterer. It's stainless steel and uses charcoal or sterno for chafing purposes. And it doubles as a 3-bay sink or wash station with hot water and knocks down in seconds with no tools required for transportation and storage. The future of barbecue is here at thebarbecueguru.com. That's www.thebbqguru.com or call 1-800-288-GURU.